Now, let's welcome Tianna Buie of Project Search. Welcome, Tianna.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's so good to have you here with us, and I'm so excited to learn about this because I don't know very much about this topic, so I'm really excited to learn from the master here.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Now, some of our viewers out there may have heard about it already. I have heard about it. Okay. It's called Project Search.
Project Search, yes.
And I know that Novant Health is your partner in this, and so tell me, just kind of describe to us what Project Search is.
Okay, Project Search is an internship program for students with, or individuals with developmental disabilities. So Novant is our employer, and they've partnered with Brunswick County Schools, Vocational Rehabilitation, Brunswick Community College, and we all have come together to support kids with developmental disabilities at their internship within the hospital. The hospital has about 6 different rotations. Each student will have 3. They are placed within the surgical department, the lab, guest services, environmental services, the kitchen, and is that 6?
I don't know. They work in the supply area?
And supply, in the supply chain.
In the supply chain, yeah. I thought so. So tell me about your role with Project Search. What do you do?
Okay, I'm the instructor for the program, and I'm employed by Brunswick County Schools.
Oh, okay.
And my role is to teach the Project Search curriculum and also offer support to the managers and the mentors within the different rotations to teach them about the disability and give them tools to support the kids while they're doing their jobs. I also work with 2 job trainers from BCC, Michelle Dunlap and Lynn Smith, and they actually go with the students to provide services to them while they're doing their jobs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, whose idea was this? How did this all come about?
Well, Wes Judah is the mastermind behind all of this. He's on the advisory board at BCC for the Brunswick Interagency Program.
Oh, yes, I know about that one.
Okay, and so he was out looking for internships and jobs for individuals with developmental disabilities. Yeah. And he happened to be at a meeting in Raleigh, and he heard about Project Search. So he pitched it to Brunswick Community College, and they gave him the okay, and he found the partners, Brunswick County Schools, Vocational Rehabilitation, and the employer Novant. And it took about a little over a year, and now we're here.
I remember when they first started talking about it at the hospital, and I heard so much about Project Search, but I didn't really understand and grasp it's a huge thing. I mean, this is amazing.
It is.
I can't believe this. So were your students able to start this past fall, though, even with COVID?
We started. All of our interns are in the hospital.
When you say they're in the hospital, they're not sick.
They're not
just
sick.
Working.
They're working.
Well, tell me a little bit about the program, how it's working, and what the students are actually doing.
Okay, so our intern that is in the lab, she's doing every job that goes on in the lab that she can do that in terms of receiving blood and getting it ready for whatever they do. She's also learning how to prepare organs that have come out of surgery
my goodness.
to preserve them to go to pathology.
Wow.
She's labeling and isolating COVID tests, and whatever they do in the lab, she's doing.
Who knew?
And so we have another intern who's in surgical, who is already at the point where she's preparing the surgical equipment kits for surgery. She does the sterilization, and then she's learning to wrap everything that the doctors need. And we have our environmental services, who she's from the emergency room, all levels of the hospital, preparing rooms, discharges. We have our student that's in the kitchen. He's prepping. He's prepping food, cooking, stocking. We have our our intern that's in the supply chain. He's doing the mail, making deliveries on all the floors, working hard. And our guest services, I call her the queen of Novant. She's the first face that you see when you come in. And she's already greeting patients, taking temperatures, you know, preparing the wheelchairs, transporting patients.
Nice.
So they are fully engulfed in the hospital experience.
And I bet they're loving it.
They love it.
I bet.
They
probably get up in the morning and say, I can't wait to go.
They haven't missed days. We have very good attendance.
Oh, I bet.
Very good attendance, and they're free. Like in high school, you know, they're confined to the classroom and spaces, but here they are just like any other employee at the hospital.
Yeah. Well, how old are these students?
17, 18, and 19.
17,
they're
18.
seniors.
They're seniors in high school. And how many students do you have?
6.
6. Is it capped at 6, or could you have more?
We can have more, but the team decided that this year they wanted to do 8. We had 7, but because of COVID, one parent decided that, that wasn't appropriate. So now we have 6, but next year we hope to have 8.
Wow. Are they taking any special precautions with COVID, or is it pretty much what we all have to do at the hospital or in our
we all have to do at
practices?
the hospital, whatever the safety procedures for the hospital. You know, we're wearing masks all day, social distancing. Also, each department has their own resources and PPE, and so our kids abide by those safety precautions.
Yeah. So, do you have a primary goal for this program for these students? What is your goal?
Our goal is for them to sustain employment, to become independent, productive citizens.
I'm just amazed at this. I'm so excited about this. What are the parents saying? How are they?
They were afraid.
Were they?
Apprehensive, not really understanding what their children will be doing, but they are a great support to us. They're always available. We communicate weekly. They want to know how they're doing, and so I make sure that I contact them and let them know the progress of the students.
And if the kids are happy,
the parents
have to be so happy to see them happy. You know,
they're great.
If there's someone watching and they've got a son or a daughter that they think might be a candidate for this in the future, what can they do about it?
Yolanda Warren is our contact at North Brunswick High School.
And what's her name again?
Yolanda Warren, and she can be reached at ywarren@bcswan.net.
Okay. I still can't get over this program. It is so wonderful. You look like you enjoy it very much. And I bet you get so much gratification from this.
I do.
And satisfaction from this.
That's one of the reasons why I applied. I'm an occupational course of study teacher, exceptional children's teacher. I've been doing this for about 8 years here in this area. And you know how you just reach a point where you feel like you need to be doing a little more? And when I saw the video about Project Search and saw the hospital in Cincinnati where it started, I said, you know what, that's something that I want to be a part of. I want to take the kids to the next step to make sure that they have the skills needed to be successful and independent.
So it started in Ohio?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Really? And is it all over the country
It's
now?
all over the country and the world, actually. Really? Yes. Yes. And if people want to know more about it, you can go to projectsearch.com.
Projectsearch.com. Well, I think that Novant Health Brunswick Medical Center is so honored to have this. I think it's a great program. I think it's a great thing to do for these kids, and just going to open up all kinds of doors for them.
Yeah.
I want to have you come back, and I would love when we can have maybe a student come with you. Right now with COVID, we're limited to one guest at a time, so maybe we can do something a little different, or even come and see your classroom.
I would love that. I would love
because
for you to come
we can
in.
do this long distance. We can come and do the classroom once the COVID-19 pandemic is over. So that would be great.
That would be great, just to come see them in their environment. That would be great.
Well, it has been such a pleasure having you here today.
Thank
You're
you.
a delight.
Thank you.
It's going to be so successful just with you leading it. I'm so proud of Novant Health for joining that and the college. And so thanks again, and come back and see us.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
All righty.